What happened at the G20 Summit in New Delhi, India in September 2023? The theme of India's G20 presidency is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. It signifies one earth, one family, one future. This was attended by the likes of US President Joseph Biden, UK PM Rishi Sunak, French President Emmanuel Macron, and more. It was a two-day summit bringing together leaders to address pressing issues. This summit had the African Union be welcomed as the newest G20 member, with a collective GDP of about $3 trillion and a population about 1.4 billion. The African Union's inclusion could extend G20's reach and influence. Indian PM Narendra Modi invited African Union President Azali Assoumani to join world leaders. This could reflect the G20's commitment to inclusivity, acknowledging the need for diverse perspectives in addressing global challenges. G20 was said to have a focus on unity, but it seemed like divisions still persisted with regard to the Ukraine conflict. Russian President Vladimir Putin was absent. There were some differing views among member nations that created a diplomatic challenge. India was set to work to find common ground, urging members to agree on a statement that balanced concerns over the war without naming Russia directly. The resulting statement was set to denounce territorial aggression but was set to avoid direct confrontation. Climate change seemed to remain a defining global challenge. It was said that the G20 leaders couldn't reach a consensus on phasing out fossil fuels, but it was said that G20 leaders endorsed tripling global renewable energy capacity. Leaders are said to acknowledge the need to peak greenhouse gas emissions before 2025 to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius. The shift towards renewable energy could signify a critical step towards a sustainable future. This may recognize that global cooperation is essential to mitigate the effects of climate change. And although the road ahead could be fraught with challenges, the G20's acknowledgement of the urgency of this issue could be a positive development. There were some ambitious plans for a modern-day spice route. This would be a coalition including the US and Russia to connect Europe, the Middle East, and China through extensive infrastructure development. This would encompass railways, ports, electricity, data networks, and hydrogen pipelines. This is said to be an alternative to China's extensive infrastructure investments. This could potentially reshape global trade dynamics. So, the 2023 G20 Summit seemed to showcase the complexities of global governance and diplomacy. Even in a world filled with divisions and conflict, international cooperation seemed to remain paramount, and India handed the G20 presidency to Brazil. By the time the next G20 summit comes along, will priorities change? What will the winds of change bring?